Hi everyone, my name is Clarissa Moon. I am here with Bob Brandenburg, who worked at Nickelodeon during its golden age here in Orlando. Hey Bob!
Hi there, Clarissa.
How long did you work at Nickelodeon Studios?
I actually was working for Universal first. We opened in June, and then August, Nickelodeon offered me a job. They gave me a desk and a phone and said, you'll create it. So I was called the producer of Nickelodeon Tour. So I was responsible for making sure that all the tour guides had current information. And then I segued into audience warm-up, which was something I loved because I got to entertain the audiences while we were taping the television shows, from game shows like Double Dare and What Would You Do, to a sitcom that we did for ABC and Nick at Night called Hi Honey, I'm Home. It was great fun.
What was it like to work there during those early days?
It was a lot of people that were trying to figure out, how do you entertain kids? There was no network specifically for kids at that time. And the first thing they did at Universal was they were going to have, at the end of the tour, this little area where you could audition to be on Nickelodeon. Well, that didn't really quite work. And we ended up replacing it with a show called Game Lab.
So what was Game Lab?
What we called it was an opportunity to test new games for future Nickelodeon shows. That was the conceit of it. People wanted to come and play the games. They looked down at Double Dare, they looked at Get the Picture, they looked at Nick Arcade. They wanted to play the games. So we had a live host with an assistant and all of these other performers who would help make a pretend game show literally right in front of them. And people thought that it was on television. Of course, it wasn't. It was just to satisfy their visit to Universal and to Nickelodeon.
Very cool. And I heard someone got slimed at the end?
Yes, exactly. At the end of every show, we would slime a kid. It was quite exciting. Audiences loved us. We would pick on the parents and bring our parents out and do things like catch a pie in your pants or a chicken in your pants. Messy was the thing. It was. I always compared the messiness with Nickelodeon to the proverbial puddle in the road. You know, you see a kid walk down the street and there's a puddle. They have a choice. They're going to go to the right of the puddle, the left of the puddle, or jump right into it. We know what kids do. They're going to jump right into the puddle. So that's what slime was, in my opinion, was this opportunity for kids to just be kids.
At that time, what was the slime made out of?
First of all, there was this mythology. Slime came from the center of the earth. There was the green slime geyser out front. So this was the whole notion, the conceit that they found a fissure of green slime, and that's why they built the studios there. So at that time, the green slime was made out of vanilla pudding, Crisco grease, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dry oatmeal, which gave it texture, and then we would color it with green and yellow and blue, I think, food dye. It was different colors. And you'd make it so it was the right green. Well, that was really going to be expensive and hard to do as often. So that's when the transition from the old school slime to the new school slime began. And what we started to use was a product called methacellulose. It's the product that is the thickener in McDonald's milkshakes. So we would add that to water and then add green to that. So that got that viscous green slime that looked like snot that we ended up using for years after that. And it became the slime that was used on the network as well.
Having experienced all of these tapings of shows, what would people be surprised to know about TV production at Nick?
That it looked like a well-oiled machine, but behind the scenes, it was frenetic. First program we did of Guts, we got to the end where they were going to bring out the glowing piece of the aggro crag, which was awarded to the winner. We had to stop tape because it was so new. The art department hadn't finished making the award. One of the poor art directors had to come out with a half-done aggro crag. And can I tell you also that the worst part of doing warm-up for kids, now you think I'm up there in the bleachers surrounded by maybe 75 to 100 kids. When kids get excited, they pass gas. And I'm telling you, that is the nastiest smelling thing you'd ever want to know, being up there. And you couldn't let on, but man, whew, some of them could knock a buzzard off a you-know-what wagon.
In your time working at Universal and Nickelodeon, it sounds like you've had some really amazing experiences. What would you say has been like a pinch me moment?
One of the things that I got to do was in the mid-90s, we created a tour, a live tour that was going to go out to arenas called Mega Messamania. And I was working on that, and I came up with this character called the Gackmeister. It was this wild, large woman who kind of was responsible for all of the mess at Nickelodeon. It was great fun. It was a huge production. And at the very beginning of it, they would introduce, here comes the Nickelodeon's official Gagmeister, Darla Bouguer was her name. And the curtain would open and out would come Darla, and that was me in this outfit. Well, we did it at Madison Square Gardens and we were sold out. And to hear your character's name introduced and the curtain open up, and there's 10,000 people at Madison Square Gardens with these flashlights going crazy, was probably one of the biggest pinch me moments that I ever had.
Thank you so, so much for talking with me today.
I adore you, Clarissa. You know that.
This has been Clarissa Moon Talks to the Stars. See you later.